do this. All right, hello. I'm Ross Fertel, fifth reader on the forums, and I'm here with Richard. Richard, how are you today?
Hi there, the Guardian on the forums. I'm very well. How are you doing?
Doing all right. So we're here to
Right.
talk about something new for this year called the Stockwatch. And I'm going to preface this by saying it's just a quick, fun thing to do. There's no prizes involved. I'm not giving away promos. I'm not giving away cars. I'm not giving away money. This is
But
just
we
going to
all
be
know that, bragging rights is a prize in and of itself, right?
absolutely, completely, 100%. So what the Stockwatch is going to do is we're going to take all of the affiliations in the game and we're going to assign a value to them. Everyone will be able to buy and sell affiliations as they wish. As more big level events happen, their values will go up and down. And there will be times where you could adjust your portfolio midway stream. And in the end, whoever has the biggest value wins. So that's kind of an overview. What we're going to do is for the affiliation. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, tell me, how do I buy stocks? I'm interested now. Now I want to know how do I buy stocks in my favorite affiliation?
So you're going to, there'll be a forum accompanying the article that's coming out today. You'll go to that thread and you'll just pick out how many stocks you want. Like I want 4 Cardassian. I want 1 Dominion, 1 Klingon, 1 Maquis. As long as you don't go over your allotment of 20, you're all set.
When you say an allotment of 20, that means 20 affiliations?
No, 20 total points.
Gotcha.
And
so if you're buying 4, each one's worth 5 at the beginning?
Right.
Gotcha. And then, so what happens? I buy 4 stocks, and then we get into the first tournament weekend. What happens to my stocks?
So it's going to be based on what affiliations are played. If your affiliation is played, the value goes up. If it's not played, the value goes down. The only thing is if it's really, really, really played, it might go up in additional value.
Looking to try and bet on what people are going to play. Okay, so anything like that.
Right. So one of the tools we'll be using is going to be both the deck builder and the tournament software. So as long as it shows up in that tournament piece, as long as it shows up in one of those decks, that's going to count. If it isn't there, it doesn't.
Okay. Am I stuck with the same stocks the entire game?
Oh, you are absolutely not. So
right.
as values go up or not, you'll still have your total amount of currency. So there will be times in the middle of the game where you could say, oh, this is doing a little better. I'll buy some of this. Or I'm not doing too well. Let me just get rid of these and buy something else.
Dump the bad stock and put the money into the good stock.
Right.
Okay.
If for whatever reason I don't hear from someone by the time a deadline happens, I'm just going to presume that everything's pushing through. And I do also want to mention, as we touched on ahead of time, that because we're using the deck builder and associated programming, when I say affiliation, you really can't consider the Federation one affiliation. So it's going to be...
So we're breaking down the sub-factions where, like, everything that the affiliation HQ says is an affiliation. That's what we're using as our affiliation.
Right. So
to be clear, let's see. I got the list. I think there's 19 of them, right?
Right.
We got Bajoran, Borg, Cardassian, Dominion, DS9, Earth Space 9, Ferengi, Khan, KCA, Klingon, Maquis, Non-Aligned, Relativity, Romulan, Starfleet, Terra Nor, TNG, TOS, and Voyager.
Yep, that's them.
Okay.
Also note that even though it might seem like it would work, if you do con is separate from non-aligned. Which is a little important because one of the events coming up is the Unjustly format. And con does tend to show up pretty well in that format. That's just the first 29 sets, everything up until a natural selection. And then looking at the rounds, what I think that we'll do is the first round, we'll go to September 9th. That's the only one that I've just got firmly set in place. That'll be right before British Nationals, North American Continentals, and US Nationals. That big clump will just be the first round. And it being the first round, they'll all be in one. So it's not the stuff can go up by 3. It'll just, again, go up by the maximum of 2 and down by the maximum of 1. After that, we're going to have a little break for Worlds. So shortly after US Nationals, we'll open up the bids again. I'll have an update, and you'll be able to readjust your stock as you want for Worlds. And then after that, we'll have a small section for German Nationals. It's going to be a pretty small window, but you will be able to make some adjustments in the end. And then after German Nationals, we'll see what the standing is. So looking at the sheet, I've got to think that TNG, Klingons, a lot of the TNG and Klingons, maybe Romulans would be pretty safe investments. What do you think based on the gallery available? Hello? Yeah, sorry.
Sorry about that. I think internet spike my place.
Yep. So what are you thinking is a pretty good bet for the first initial round?
That's a good question. I mean, there are certain affiliations that never go out of style, Klingons, for instance. What's going on right now, they got some Dominion love. So I think we might be seeing some of that. Maybe even the TNG from the most recent set. But other than that, like there's I feel like the field is fairly even. I know there's obviously some things that are better and some that are worse, but there's a lot of good ideas out there. Hey, can I ask a question about the rebalancing the stocks?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so let's say after the first week, one of my stocks goes up by 2, so now it's worth 7. Okay, and one of my stocks goes down by 1, so now it's at 4. And I have 2 stocks at 4. I sell those, I get 8 points. I buy 1 stock at 7. I want to, reinvest in that. What happens to my extra point? Do I get to keep that off the side for later rounds in case I need change for buying something else? Do I lose it?
Yeah, we'll just presume that those will roll over into the next round.
All right. Just wanted to make sure I knew how the mechanics worked.
Right. As with anything involving math, feel free to tell me I did something wrong. But that just about covers it. Anything else? Or are we all set and ready to go?
That feels like it answers my questions, and it seems like a fun idea. I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. I'm excited to see what people bet on. But yeah, just see what I'm curious to see who hits 10 first, which is the most played faction that we got in the game.
Yeah, just make sure that you put your comments in the thread accompanying the article, not down in the comments section. I probably won't be looking too much in the comments section, but the article thread I'll be paying a lot of attention on. All right, so good luck everyone, and as always,